Ooh. What's up, good people? It's time for another session of that verbal cardio, man. We back. We are back, man. Back in business, back in style, back in whatever. Back in the blessings. Back in the blessings. When you go to sleep and wake up the next morning alive, we back in the blessings. That's how I look at it. That's how I'm going to take it. That's how I'm going to hold it. We back in the blessings. Every time you wake up and you alive for another day, we back in the blessings. Every day is a blessing. Every day is a gift. You know what I'm saying? Because we could not be here. We could be unalived at any moment. We can be unalived at any moment. Do y'all realize that? At any moment, you could just be like, gone, out of here, finito, done, dunskies, finished. At any moment. Something could go wrong, God forbid, it could be an accident, your heart could stop, whatever. It could be gone just like that. So, recognize and realize that ain't no guarantees. Shoot, the sun could kill us. The sun could just let off a blast that hits us, that busts through all the protection that we got as a planet and just wipe us out. Or we can get hit with an asteroid right in the mouth. We can get hit right in the mouth from an asteroid. Because asteroids don't care what we got going on. They don't care about your meeting, your business, your political affiliations. The asteroid be like, yo, I'm coming in hot. I can't stop. And then boom, pow, done. Done. We overdue for some extinctions anyway, man. It's been millions of years for the mass level extinction. We overdue. We supposed to be getting smacked in the mouth. So keep that in mind, man. Walk around with that humble energy, knowing full well that it could all be over in a flash. Even if it's not in the flash, it could be. Because I was watching a video the other day about some close calls we've had to people ending the world. You know there's nuclear missiles out here that they can't find? They dropped, they done fell up in the ocean. Then they had some planes refueling and the wing got knocked off and then the bombs dropped. One of them still down there in the ground. That would be tragic, man. One of them bombs just go on. We dropped it, y'all. Sorry. And then pow. Done. So be humble, y'all. Ain't no guarantees up in here, man. No guarantee. Remember that song? Chico DeBarge and Joe. Nah, 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 nah. No guarantee. All right, I don't know what's going on with TikTok's live, but it's raggedy. If you in the TikTok live, come on over to my Patreon, get the link for the real live and the YouTube, because it's cracking over here. It's smooth. I don't know what to tell y'all in the TikTok, so I'm cutting the TikTok off. I'm just turning it off. I tried. I ain't got the time for it. I ain't got the capacity for it. I'm cutting it off, y'all. But I appreciate y'all being in here. Join my Patreon. Boom. Cut that off. End it now. Hushing that on up. Closing it out. Swiping up. Boom. Pow. Shout out to my patron saints. They in the building. They up in here on this Tuesday afternoon for me, It's approaching kind of evening for the East Coast, but not really. It's still in that afternoon, time slot. Shout out to Markiki, Chas Ali, Tamara, 2 Jesse, J1, Ryan, Randomly CJ, Eshore Sachs, 49er Girl, Michelle Lambert, Simone L, Lucinda, Passionate for God, Kat James, Lala Davis, France, Chef Matt Owens, Coco Puff, Sharon McD, Cafe Olay, Jonna Washington, Galactus, Sherry Tucker, Cat 87, Trey Porter, Marquita Morris, Crunchy Apple, Zakia, Aries, Miss Josie, Tanya R, DJ, Sapphire Blaze, Leia. Appreciate y'all, man. I'm here on the ones and twos. And we back, man. I woke up with a crook in my neck, man. I can't stand it. Woke up with a straight crook. I wonder why they call it a crook in your neck. Because I'd be like, man, just woke up stiff. I was in the gym doing the full Batman from 1989 No movement in the neck turn, man. I'm the Michael Keaton Batman today. Is it a crook or a crick? I thought it was a crook. Is it crick? Let's see. I've always said crook, so I ain't even fumble in terms of just like pronunciation. I just always call it's a crick in your neck. All right, let me see. Crooked neck. The crick it's crick. It's been crick this whole time. Wow, never knew it was a crick. I thought it was a crook. The crick and okay, all right. Well, whether it's a crook or a crick, I got it. It's a crick in my neck. It's chilling. It's raggedy. I don't like it, man. I hate it because I can't do the full turn to the left without the Batman move. And I'm just like, damn it. Damn it. I think I was propped up last night. You know, I was playing my little handheld video game. I was playing Tecmo Bowl. I might have been sitting up wrong. I don't know what happened, but here we are, man. I get cricks a lot, though. I get cricks a lot, man. Crickets. What I like to call it. Could be stress also. I'm not really stressed. I don't feel like stress. I feel like now that top 10 black sayings black folks always mess up. That's funny. Now that I'm back on tour, I'm not as stressed because I got a little bit more focus now. Because I know, I'm back on the road. I'm back to work. So I got a little bit more focus. Still trying to finish up the house and stuff. And, just focus on, all right, I'm focused on Sacramento. And now I'm going to be focused on Tampa and Miami. So, I don't know. It's been chilling me out a little bit. I was stressed, though, last week because my area where I live was under evac warning because there was a fire. The Hughes fire was close to my place. Like I saw massive smoke when I came out the house that day. And so my neighborhood made it as far as evac warning. You get the red flag warning, and then you get the evac warning, and then you get the evac. I didn't get the evac, but I was ready. Like literally the area like right by me, like if I went up the street, made a left and made another left, that little district right there was evacuated. Like they had to evacuate. And I was right next to that. So I was like, it's close. It's close. So what I was going to do is, so where I'm at right now, the new house is 2 miles away from where I am now, like 2 miles south. So I was just going to ease on down the road and go to the new house, push come to shove. I even bought an air mattress and everything. I got like a little litter box or whatever, just in case I had the evac. So it was just me and the cats. My biggest issue with the evac was I was just worried about the cats. And so I was like, all right, they're going to be stressed. And so that was my biggest concern because I really felt in my soul that the fire wouldn't actually spread to my neighborhood. I just had that calmness, even though I was concerned. I was just like, I don't think it's going to come that far this way. And plus the way the winds were blowing like consistently, I was like, all right, it's close. Might have to evac, but I don't think anything is going to be lost. And so I was just like, all right, let me get these cats together. Because if I didn't have the cats, I would have just went to somebody's house. I would have just went to somebody's house for the night, crashed over there, no big deal. But I know sometimes these evacuations can last long. Even if your house doesn't burn down, you still might not be able to come home. That's what happened with Cherie and Tony. Cherie, my ex-wife, and her husband, they had to evacuate. And they couldn't come back to their house, even though their house was fine. Everything was good. And they live in Pasadena. They had to leave. And they were gone for days. And luckily, Cherie's job put them up in a hotel. So they were able to stay there. But they were gone for a good week before they can come home. So that was an issue. Like, all right, if I evacuate, how long be gone? So I was just thinking about that. So the night of the evac warning, I set my alarm. First of all, I couldn't find my birth certificate. I was looking for that mug from 6 p.m. till a good 11. Turns out it was right in my drawer next to my bed. I just kept overlooking it because it was folded up in a certain way that I was just like, oh, that's some kind of receipt or some kind of paperwork. But then why would I have a receipt or paperwork right there? So I overlooked it for hours. I was looking in drawers. I was looking in backpacks. I was looking everywhere. And I was like, I know I have it. Where the hell is it? And so found it. I was like, God damn. So my mind was able to rest. And when I can't find something, my mind cannot rest until I find it. Kev always teases me. Kev be like, yo, Tony, you are Robert De Niro's character in Heat. And his character in Heat was so strong-willed that his biggest flaw in the movie was that he couldn't let something go. He couldn't let go of the fact that Wayne Grove betrayed him, almost ruined the heist, and so he was going to take him out, but he ended up escaping. So Robert De Niro's character could not let that man go. It was like Robert De Niro had a window of escape. He could have left time. He was on his way to the airport with his girl. He was in the clear. But he just had to go back and get that man. And that's how he ended up getting caught in the long run. So, but Kev always teases me that that's like how my mindset is. Like I can't let things go. And so I was just like, man, watch out. But like I couldn't rest until, and you know, the birth certificate is important. Granted, push come to shove, I can just get a new one. But I couldn't let it go. I was just like, where is that birth certificate? I couldn't think of, I was doing other stuff in the house. Like, you know, I had bags packed and was like ready, and I kept watching the fires and the updates and all that. But in my mind, I'm just like, where is that birth certificate? Anyway, finally found it. So I set my alarm clock for a couple hours each time. Like 2 hours I would set the clock, another 2 hours I would set the clock, just so I can wake up and see what the fires were doing, just in case I had to evac in the middle of the night. So turns out the next morning, my area it downgraded back to a red flag zone, so we was good. We was no longer under evac warning. So I was like, cool. But the reason I was going to ease on down to the new house is because I didn't want to be a burden with me and the cats going to somebody else's space. Because that was the biggest stressor for me, is that the fact that I had the cats. And people was like, and one thing I noticed, and I spoke about this on Instagram, but just when people face situations that are stressful, i.e. the fires, and being on the evac warning, being evac'd, this is stressful for the people that are actually in those zones. And we share things with you just to keep you up to date on what's going on, just to let you know we're safe, we're alive, we're good, you know, whatever. But I just noticed some people add stress by just being kind of panicky on their end, making sure you're good. Make sure you do this. Make sure you do that. Make sure you do this. Make sure you do that. Listen, a lot of people don't need that. You know what I mean? Like, unless you're dealing with a complete screw up that doesn't know how to do, you know, basic shit. But many of you, with your concern, bless your heart. But y'all can also be adding stress to that person by just doing too much on that end. Make sure you do this now. Make sure you do this. Throw that in there. Put that in there. Now, you're stressing me out. Especially with me, because I know who I am and how I look and how I handle things. I tend to withdraw internally when I'm stressed, and I get calm on the outside. Outside, you're like, man, Tony ain't even tripping, man. Do you know I said? Yes, I be knowing how serious stuff is, but I'm not a panicky person. When shit is about to hit the fan, I go calm. Because internally, I am stressed. So I offset that stress with an outward calmness to offset that panicky feeling that I have inside. So I think a lot of people mistake that for Tony don't even care. He ain't taking it seriously. He ain't taking the precautions. No, it's not that at all. It's just I'm trying to stay as calm as possible. So I don't need, other people on the outside adding stress. While I was still, keeping everybody up to date, people were still coming with the extra stress. The cats, you putting them in the bags. You putting them in the bags now. Listen. Okay? I'm going to handle it. I got it. I appreciate y'all, but I got it. What you going to do about the cats? When we have to evacuate, they going in these bags. That's all there is to it. They're going in the bags. You put them in there now. Put them in there. No, I'm not putting them in there now. The bags on the floor. They can sniff the bags and get acquainted with the bags. I'm trying to keep their stress low as well. So, so I just noticed that. Like, don't be adding stress to people that are already on the front lines of stress. So, because that's what some of y'all were doing to me, like during that whole ordeal, to the point where it's just like, okay, all right, I got it. But I just wanted, that was an interesting week last week. Because I didn't even know, there was a fire until I came out. I came out of the house to do a walkthrough of the new crib, and I just saw this huge smoke cloud, mad close. I was just like, well, damn. Hello. Smoke cloud titties was right in my face as soon as I came out. I was like, oh, this is what we doing. This is what we doing on it was Wednesday. It was last Wednesday. A little less than a week ago. So, but thankfully, firefighters handled business. And then the rain came this weekend to add on to the business handle. Like, rain, man, holla at us more often. I just want to say that to the rain. If rain is listening to my podcast, holla at us more often here in Southern California. We would appreciate it. We would appreciate it if you hollered at us a little bit more often. Thank you. Thank you, rain. Anyway, let me pay some bills up in here, man. Let me pay some bills. So, y'all know all I do is think about food. Food is just, I'm thinking about food right now because I haven't eaten yet. And it has been, I'm going to tell y'all how long it's been since I last ate. Let's see. 18:30, 18 hours and 30 minutes. And it's been a while. So I'm thinking about food heavy. I'm thinking about food with no bra on. You know what I'm saying? I'm just thinking about that food, just walking around in short shorts and a tank top, no bra. That's how I envision food. And you can say, well, nah, Tony, you actually think about sex. Nah, it's food, man. It's all food. And so with that being said, are you ready to optimize your nutrition this year? Factor has chef-made gourmet meals that make eating well easy. They're dietitian approved and ready to heat and eat in 2 minutes. You can fuel right and feel great no matter what life throws at you. Factor arrives fresh and fully prepared, perfect for any active, busy lifestyle. You can lose up to 8 pounds in 8 weeks with Factor Keto meals. Based on a randomized controlled clinical trial with Factor Keto, results will vary depending on diet and exercise. With 40 options across 8 dietary preferences on the menu each week, it's easy to pick meals tailored to your goals. Choose from preferences like Calorie Smart, Protein Plus, or Keto. Factor can help you feel your best all day long with wholesome smoothies, breakfasts, plural, grab-and-go snacks, and more add-ons. Reach your goals this year with ingredients you can trust and convenience that can't be beat. And what I like about Factor, they got the vegan option for your boy. Even though I'm 100% vegetarian, I'm not 100% vegan, I mostly dwell in the vegan space. You know what I mean? So I'm always looking for the vegan option. And Factor has that as well, which I appreciate, which comes through for your boy. So eat smart with Factor. Get started at factormeals.com/verbal50 off That's factormeals.com/verbal50off and use code verbal50off to get 50% off your first box plus free shipping. That's 50% off your first box plus free shipping. That's code verbal50off at factormeals.com/verbal50off to get 50% off plus free shipping on your first box, man. Get in on that, man. Cause some nights you ain't gonna be, you might not be in the mood to cook, you might not have the time, and then you're gonna be stressed. Let Factor take some of that stress off you. Let Factor take some of that stress off your tired, stressful bones. You feel me? So get in on that Factor, man. I want to say this. So the DEI rollbacks, that's been going on. That's the talk of the town right now. We've been finding out about these businesses that, they doing away with the DEI programs and all that. We done with this. And so there are certain businesses that was like, yo, we're not doing that no more. And I'm going to talk about those businesses right here. Hold on a second right here, right now. One of them is Meta, which is Instagram, Facebook, all that. La. I already know we're not going to boycott. We're not going to boycott Instagram and Facebook. Maybe Facebook, because y'all not really on there like that. Whichever one you don't really rock with, you're going to boycott that first. That's going to be the easiest one for you to boycott. You don't be like, well, I ain't going to Facebook no more. How about that? Because, it's easy because you ain't rocking with it to begin with. Okay, so Walmart. These are the 12 corporations ending DEI initiatives. Walmart. Meta, that's Facebook, that's a little messenger thing, that's Instagram, that's WhatsApp. I didn't know WhatsApp was Meta, but WhatsApp. Ford, Jack Daniels, Toyota, Target, Molson Coors beers. Personally, I don't care about beer, so Nissan, McDonald's. Wow, McDonald's? The way y'all be blackening up them commercials when you trying to get the black dollar up in there. Remember Calvin? Remember all the hip hop hoo-ha-ha chicken nuggets on sale? We in the hood now? McDonald's? Really? McDonald's that's in every hood in America? Wow. Mickey D's? Wow. I used to work at McDonald's. I worked at McDonald's, the breakfast shift, for a very brief moment. You know what I'm saying? That was my first job out of high school. I wanted to work at McDonald's. I wanted that job. I was like, yo, man, I want to work at McDonald's. That wasn't my career goal, but that was my let me get a job and make some money. And I wanted to work at McDonald's. I wanted to work at the cash register. That was my job. I used to daydream about having a job. I was like, yeah, man, I could work at McDonald's, man, work at the counter or work the drive-thru. Yeah, that'd be a dope first job, man. You know what I'm saying? People I know coming in, man, McDonald's. I got the job in there, man, the breakfast shift. Now, I didn't want the breakfast shift. I definitely wanted the daytime shift, but I did not want the breakfast shift. Because the breakfast shift meant I had to be at work at 4:45 a.m. And this is fresh out of high school, Tony. I'm hanging out with my friends. We going to parties. This is when I'm first graduating from high school. So now I got a later curfew. So that means I can hang out more. And this is when hanging out was life. Remember when hanging out was life? Hanging with your friends, going to your friend's house, going to parties, doing this, that, and the third. Now, I got to be to work at 4:45 a.m. And I'm up mad late. Sometimes I went up in there with no sleep. I went up in there just eyeballs on sizzle. Like, man, crazy night. And now I'm up in there in the breakfast shift. Now they had me in the back though. This was my biggest issue. All right, 4:45. All right, I signed up for it. I got to get up early. All right, I'm gonna make the adjustments. Here's where I was tripping, because I was like, y'all got me in the back folding eggs, doing the egg McMuffins. You know what I'm saying? Getting the sausage going, putting those in the little racks. I need to be on the front line. I need to be in that front. I ain't signed up for this. Then I'm doing dishes in the back. I felt like I was fresh out of the penitentiary. I felt like they was giving me the penitentiary job. Remember the black dude in Heat? I'm gonna refer to Heat again. The black dude in Heat that looked like Usher's dad, Dennis Haysbert, the Allstate man. Remember he was fresh out of jail and he got that job, and his woman was like, "Man, I'm proud of you. I know you hate this job, but you doing it. You doing it. You doing better for you. You doing better for yourself. And as a black woman, I'm gonna support my black man." And he went up in there and he took the disrespect from the supervisor and he busted them goddamn suds. He was getting the place up there. He was doing the best thing. He was doing the best that he could. Fresh out of the penitentiary. Ex-con. But I was back there like, man, get me from back here, man. Put me on that front. Put me with the people, man. I'm going to boost sales. I'm going to boost these sales, man. You need me in the front, man. I'm customer service McGee. Even teenage Tone, man, I had personality, man. You don't put this personality in the back with the folded eggs and the egg McMuffins. No. You get me out there with the how you doing? How y'all doing? What can I get for you? Oh, okay. I see what you getting. Yeah. Oh, you getting the big breakfast? The big breakfast. Let's get it. What, you want the egg McMuffin, no cheese? Oh, you cutting back on that cheese? All right, you know what I'm saying? You can't have this in the back. You put me on that drive-through or you put me on that counter. Because people up there, you know what I'm saying? It's customer service. If I'm in the business of customer service, I'm giving you the customer service. I'm customer service McGee. I give y'all customer service in stand-up. I do it now. Like when you catch me slipping, when you catch me off stage and you meet me and you talk to me, that's customer service. I'm like, what's up? You enjoyed the show, man? You know what I'm saying? I got you feeling all warm inside. I feel like I can sell you a side of biscuits. Nah, they had me in the back. And that's probably why they got rid of the DEI initiatives. Because they want all the niggas in the back. That's what it is. You want all the niggas in the back. You dirty bastards. It started then. In the 90s. You dirty hoes. You got a lot of nerve, McDonald's. You got a lot of nerve. Dairy Queen would never. Actually, I don't know what Dairy Queen is doing, you know what I'm saying? But they're not on this list that I got. But Target, man. Target. And you know, black folks, especially black women, y'all love Target. I want to know how y'all holding up. Black women, I want to know how you're holding up, because Target was that's y'all move. Black women love Target. You love going there. You love just being in there. You can't resist. Black women can't resist Target. They doing something else. They see that Target in the background. It's in the same plaza where they had to go. They look over at that Target. You know what? I'm going to just go over there. Women go to Target with no plan. Y'all would just go to Target and then figure it out later. Where you going? Target for what? I don't know. Y'all would just be in there. So I know y'all are hurting right now, and I'm sorry. I know it hurts. I know that was y'all move. I am sorry, man. I feel for y'all. Because I'll be in Target too, but I can be like, hey, man, fuck Target. But I knew Target was something special for y'all. Target, y'all just be like, yeah, we going to Target. Where you at, Target? Everybody in here has experienced talking to a woman and been like, Where you at? Target. That was just that was just a normal thing. Now y'all are just going through it. And I'm sorry. And I know y'all gonna stand for it. One thing I do know. One thing I never worry about, one thing I never second guess, black women gonna do what's necessary. They show and prove every goddamn time. If we really boycotting, black women gonna be front and center. They're gonna be on the front lines. Even if it hurts. Even if they gotta remove a leg and that leg was Target. They be standing up there on the front lines missing a leg. So I already know y'all gonna do what y'all gonna do. And I know y'all gonna be like Tony pandering again. Tony Pander Express, man, talking about women again. There he go, pandering. And to the dudes that say I pander, I'll be like, how can you not give props to women? How can you not? I know women be doing whack shit, but people be doing whack shit, men and women. We be doing whack shit. It's some raggedy women out here. It's some raggedy ass women out here in the world. Yes. But I guarantee you, if you really assess the percentage of raggedy to quality, the women that you know, the women in your life, I guarantee you the percentage will be more quality to raggedy. Unless you're in the penitentiary, unless you're in the street life. So if you're in them streets like that, you either in prison or you're in that grimy life, I would imagine the majority of the people you know, men and women, gonna be on the raggedy side because you're in a raggedy environment. But to the people in the normal environment, the normal existence, I want you to sit there and list the women that you know. And put them in categories. Raggedy, quality. I bet you there's going to be more quality women in your life than raggedy. And so with that being said, like, don't get mad at me because my experiences with women are good. For the most part. I'll be having a good time. I'll be enjoying their company, man. You know what I'm saying? They supportive. They be lifting me up. They got the compliments. They warm. You know what I'm saying? They've given me pleasures that a man ain't gonna give me. You know, I'm not gonna be curled up butt naked with a dude. Only a woman can provide that for me. I'm not gonna be curled up with no dude like, yeah, man, thank you for the sexual pleasures, Charles. That's not gonna happen for me. That's something I can only share with women. That part, you know what I'm saying? I'm just appreciative. You know what I mean? Let me appreciate women in hush, man. I'll call them out when it's necessary, but right now it ain't necessary. Right now it ain't necessary, man. So just let me, you know what I'm saying? Let me love on some women up in here, man. And I'm you know what? Is it pandering? I don't care. I'm just showing love because for me, how I'm raised, how I move, if you show me love, if you extend to me good energy, if you helping me out, you looking out for me, you looking out for my best interests, I'm going to show that energy right back. I'm going to reflect that good energy. And since my lifeline with women has been way more positive than negative, I'm a reflection of that energy that I've received from women my whole life. Not just my mama, not just sisters, not just my aunt, not my grandmother, many women. And so I'm a reflection of that energy. And so dudes just be like, nah, man, you're pandering. Well, all right, man. All right, dog. So with that being said, on these DEIs and the initiatives and stuff like that, if we boycott, we kind of got to get rid of Facebook and Instagram. I mean, if we, and here's the thing, I'm gonna say this too, and it sucks, but it's we are not unified as black people as a whole. We kind of are, but we're not. And even as whack as segregation was, Amazon is on the list too. As whack as segregation was, it was kind of beneficial to black folks and black business, because it was like, y'all don't want us over there, y'all don't want us over here. We have to cultivate our own, and that's our only option. So when you integrated, you open up the options. So now black folks can go wherever. We can go anywhere now. So the options just expanded everything. So it was just like, so black businesses kind of got, left by the wayside because of that. But when we were segregated, when we had to stick together and stick to our own, it sucked from a moral standpoint. It was garbage. But the way that we stuck together in those times, and the way that we found ways to thrive and just be, strong and just supportive, and that was a beautiful thing. It was beauty within the bullshit. And so even though segregation is booty cheeks, there was beauty within that, because we were really locked in together because we had to be. And now we're scattered. We're all over the place. It's whatever. So that's the tough part about when we want to boycott, when we want to rally, when we want to come together, and you know what I'm saying? Yeah. Everybody will to take a scene out of I'm Gonna Get You Sucker, when they was pumping up Clarence Williams III character. He was like, yes. Well, we got a lot of that going on. Yeah, we're going to boycott them. We're going to boycott this. Yes. Well, actually, I need to use such and such. I got to go to, I still got to order the. So we got a lot of that going on. And a lot of people just like, nah, man, I'm getting money over here. So it's a shit show in terms of like the unity. So that's where it gets tough. Because like for me, like, I don't have no problem not going to Walmart, Target, Ford, Nissan. I'm glad I don't drive a Tesla. I don't have a Ford right now. I don't have a Nissan. Now Amazon, the convenience of Amazon, that's a tough one. That shit is convenient. But it's like, all right, it's whatever. So now I can just order from whoever. I order from different sites all the time. So turning my back on Amazon is doable too. But the toughest part, I don't even like Facebook. Facebook, man, my stuff be going automatically to there through Instagram. So I just be like, whatever. Ever since they took my page, I ain't really been fucking with Facebook anyway. The tough one is Instagram, because I use it for my business. That's the tough part. You'd be like, yeah, man, yeah. And I know I'm on fan base too, but fan base doesn't have that audience. So I'd be talking into a small, very small percentage. So it's just like, how else am I going to get the word out about my shows if I don't use Instagram? Now, mind you, I can make the argument that, well, I'm not giving Instagram money directly. It's free. I'm just using them. But yet and still, it's like, so now, you get put in a position where it's tough because, man, I need to get the word out about my shows. Because if I just cut off Instagram, let's say I cut off Instagram right here today, I can't promote the podcast as effectively. I can't promote my shows effectively. I could argue that, I got a YouTube page. I got 314 subscribers on YouTube, but they're not active like that. You know what I'm saying? So I could be like, yeah, but I still feel like it'd be a lot of people not checking in. They won't be checking in for the shows. They won't know I'm in town. So that's the tough part. Because I use every avenue that I can. I use Instagram. I use Facebook. I use, what's the one that's attached to Instagram, but it's like Twitter? them. I don't use Twitter no more, but and TikTok is cool. Threads. And TikTok is cool. I'm just never really on TikTok, but I have a following there as well. So it's just, it sucks because y'all know me, man. I'm like, man, what we doing? What we doing? So it's a very interesting dynamic. It's gonna be interesting 4 years, y'all. But I swear to y'all, I'm just like, I'm not fired up. I'm not riled up. I'm just like, oh, here we go. And groceries still high. This nigga Trump signing everything he can. He is in dismantle mode right now, tough. And I'm just like, that's crazy. That's crazy. That is crazy. That's all I got for y'all, man. That's all I got for y'all. You know, it's tough out here, man. But I'm not getting riled up. I'm not going to be stressed. I'm not going to be losing no sleep. That's what I'm not going to do. You feel me? Also, I wanted to address some things. So, let me pull up my little notes, if you will. Selena Gomez was on social media crying about, what's going on with the deportation and the immigration stuff. And she was crying tough. She was crying hard. Crying big booty cries. Now, I didn't see the full video. I don't know where the clip originated, but people was in the comment section like, girl, bye. And you know what I'm saying? I don't get why people cry on camera. And so I was wondering, did she cry within a longer video? Did she fold up mid-video? Or did she hit play while the crying was already going on? There's a difference there. Because, I've been on social media crying before, but it was usually within me already talking about something and then the tears rolled they punk ass up. And so I'm like, I ain't going to cut the camera just because I folded up. But I don't know if that video, I can't speak on the original video because I don't know. She was like, it's so tough out here. Oh, no, I don't like what's going on. I don't know if she did it like that. Or if it was like, man, people getting deported out here, man. It's crazy. These are my family members. These are my friends. And it's just, if she did it like, so I don't know. But what I don't like is how people automatically assume, because I don't know who she voted for. I don't know who Selena Gomez voted for. I don't know what she did. But a lot of people in the comment section were like, well, y'all voted for this. I don't like that because the majority of Latino women voted for Harris. You know what I'm saying? There was a bigger percentage, but it was like 60% of Latino women voted for Harris. And we all know Selena Gomez lives in California. California was heavily, Harris. So we can't assume that she voted for Trump. And we can't assume just because, he was getting a rather large portion of the Latino votes, we can't automatically assume that all Latinos voted for him. So you can't just write somebody off just because, it was a good number of Latino voters that voted for Trump. We can't just assume that she did as well. So I don't like that mindset where you just automatically just write somebody off without knowing what they did personally. I don't think that's fair. But as far as like, crying on camera and stuff like that. Because what if she did vote for Harris and, what if she don't rock with Trump whatsoever and she really is like, losing people because of this. Like, what if that pain is real and like, what I'm saying, from a real place and y'all just be like, nah, man, shut up. Save your tears. I'm like, damn, that's tough. So I don't know. I don't know. I can't speak on how she moves on any of that. So, and that is tough. If you really, are Latino origin, and you really wasn't rocking with Trump. You was trying to avoid this, and then boom, your family members is getting snatched up and stuff like that. Because America is very hypocritical about immigration, considering how this country was formed and founded and stolen. It's very hypocritical, And yes, you can make the argument that, whatever country we go to, you have to be a citizen of that country to be able to do what you got to do. That's fake. That's real. Every country has you can't just come in here and live. You gotta go through the process. And I know that's a real thing. And, all countries have that. And America should be no different. You can't just get up in here for the free. You got to go through the processes. And that's fair because it's already set up. But it's just like, man, y'all being that I know American history more than I know about the history of other countries, it's just like, y'all got a lot of nerve considering the shit you did to get up in here. It's like, I just don't like the fact that it's fine to be able to say, no, if you want to get in this country, you got to follow the protocol. That's cool. But all this looking down on immigrants and immigration, I don't like that shit. I think that's just garbage. Just the automatic look down, like you better, like your ancestors wasn't doing the same shit, like they wasn't piled up on that boat going to Ellis Island. You know what I'm saying? Just have a little bit more compassion. That could be your family lineage. That could be your heritage. And what us black folks, it's a different origin story. It ain't no willingly we came here for a lot of us. As we was drug here and then made to feel less than because we was drug up in this mug against our will. So that's a very different dynamic. We were stolen and brought here and forced to be here. And they treated us like we asked for this shit. How dare you? Like, nigga, y'all brought us here. How you gonna get mad when you drug somebody here? And to transition into this, man, parents, stop acting like you doing your children a favor by taking care of them. You brought them here. Stop giving your kids this attitude like, you owe me. You brought them here. It is your responsibility to take care of the humans you made a conscious effort to bring here. It's your responsibility to take care of them. Don't be acting like you doing them a favor. It's what you're supposed to do. A lot of parents be walking around here like our kids didn't come up to us. Hey, if you could just have me, that would be fantastic. Just do me a favor. Just do me a favor. Have me. If you could conceive me, I'll make it worth your while if you could just conceive me. That's not how it works. You made the decision to have children. You brought them here. You hold them down. That's the way it is. You are the host of your child. That human being that you decided to bring into this world, you take care of them. It's as simple as that. None of us asked for this. We're just here. So stop walking around here like you doing your kid a favor by taking care of them. Nigga, this is what you signed up for when you was like, I want a family. I want a child. Well, then, hey, hold that child down and keep holding them down. You forced them into this. Hold them down the whole time. Now, granted, I'm not saying let them use and abuse you or anything like that, but stop acting like, I did you a favor by putting clothes on your back, by putting a roof over your head. You owe me, nigga. No, you owe me the care because you brought me into this. I just wanted to say that. Just wanted to get that off my nipples. You know what I'm talking about? You feel me? Also, Spirit Airlines out here talking about a damn dress code. Nigga, if y'all don't sit down, if y'all don't sit your yellow asses down, you are a bottom tier airline, and you think about a dress code, you don't want people looking tacky. Your whole airline, your whole business plan, your whole model is tacky. How about that? How about dress coding up your business? How about dress coding some leg room in this bitch? Stop nickel and diming all your passengers all the time for every little thing. You charge us for every little thing. Y'all looking cheap. You look like tight asses. We're going to charge you for that purse. That's not a good look. When we talk about a good look, if you want your passengers to look good, y'all need to look good, and you don't. So get out of here with all that dress code BS, man. I'm rolling up in flip-flops and my hair in rollers. How about that? No drawers on. How about that? Balls and shaft just loose. Y'all got a lot of damn nerve trying to talk about a dress code, man. I'm coming up in there, no panties on. Then what you gonna do? Toes out. I would never do this, by the way. I would never, you know what I'm saying? But I'm just, I'm coming up in here with the bonnet on, a do-rag, no bra. Y'all gonna take my money and hush. Sick of them, man. Just dress code. You got a lot of nerve, Spirit Airlines. I thought y'all was bankrupt anyway, man. Ain't y'all struggling in the streets? I thought y'all was up against the ropes. Don't be worried about people's dress code. Worry about the finances. You gonna have us dressed to the nines in there? Like we going to the Cotton Club in the 30s? And I'm sitting there with my legs folded up because ain't no leg room? We're gonna have the full suit on. Tapped shoes, high heel shoes, right? And we in there getting nickel and dime, man. Watch out, man. Y'all doing too much. Y'all doing too much, man. Also wanted to speak on this as well. I don't like how we treat people of beauty in terms of, if there's a lot of beautiful people on social media where you look at them and you're like, damn, you know what I'm saying? And we start to shun them and belittle them because they're beautiful or whatever. And they're using the beauty to build up a social media presence, get their numbers up, whatever the case may be. They're using the attribute of beauty standards or whatever that may be to build a following, to build a base, to grow something. And that could lead into other things based on the beauty, right? But we tend to downplay or just like, oh, you just look good or whatever, right? And so, or we look at people just like, all you do is just post selfies or, it's just your body and your face. That's it. I mean, but that's something that people, gravitate towards. Men and women be like, ooh, you know what I'm saying? Be looking at beautiful women all up and down social media, right? But I don't think that's fair. I feel like we all use our attributes on social media to build something. Whether it's your knowledge about real estate or your knowledge about science or your knowledge about astronomy, religion, relationships, whatever that you talk about on your social media platform, you build an audience with that. So your attribute is knowledge of movies. Like you're a movie buff, so you got all this information about movies, comic books, whatever, and those are the types of videos that you put up. And then next thing you know, oh, I got a little audience here. It's the same thing with beauty. You know what I'm saying? They are using their beauty as their base. And I don't think there's anything wrong with that. And I feel like we kind of shun people and belittle them and try to, you just pretty. That's all you doing. I mean, all some people are doing is talking about movies every post or talking about food or nutrition, science, But I just feel like that's unfair. Let people use what you got. Exactly, Franz. Use what you got. And there's nothing wrong with that. If you are a good looking man or woman and you out here and people are drawn to you because of how you look, use what you got. That could end up changing your life. If you start posting pics of yourself growing an audience, and then brands might start hitting you up, and next thing you know, you making a pretty good living because of how you look. And I feel like there's nothing wrong with that. I just feel like people are too harsh on people that, post that kind of content. But that's neither here nor there. You know what I'm saying? Even sex too. Sex is something too. People can talk about sex. People can create a sexy aesthetic, whatever that may be. Just because you don't rock with it doesn't mean there's no value in it. Is what it is. It's gonna be the Chiefs, Eagles in the Super Bowl. 1.5 black folks. And I say 1.5, not because Patrick Mahomes is of mixed race, but just because I don't know what I don't know what side he's on in terms of socially. I don't know if he's really for us in a sense. I know a lot of people be like, it doesn't matter, you're just a person, race isn't everything. But race is something. And it's like, I don't know if he really rocks with us or not. I could be wrong. I don't know. But my eyes are squinty. Every time I be like, I don't know, man. I remember a while back, I feel like he said something in support of police when there was, police brutality going on. He said something I was just like, that's what we doing out here. So he gives me the squinty eyes. So that's why I say 1.5 black QBs. I just don't know where Patrick stands. Jalen Hurts, I'm not worried about, but Patrick. The Chiefs could three-peat. A lot of people feel like the refs are going easy on the Chiefs. For some reason, they want this team to win. I don't know if it's because they feeling like America's team now. You got the Taylor Swift element that I'm still tired of them showing her at the game. Still tired of that. Why are you showing Taylor Swift? I mean, I get why, but it's like, but why? I get why, but why? Enough. But they were still doing it. No. So I'll be rooting for the Eagles. I was rooting for the Eagles last time they faced off. But we gonna see. We're gonna see what's gonna happen in their young Super Bowl. I'm looking forward to the Kendrick performance. I'm excited about that. SZA's gonna be there as well. I'm excited about that. So that's gonna be great. So I'll be watching. And was there anything else I needed to touch on? Let me make sure. I wanted to say this too. We all don't have to think the same. I need y'all to recognize and realize this. We all don't have to think the same, have the same mindset. We need to stop vilifying people because they have a difference of opinion. We automatically want to cancel people, block them, whatever. You this just because we disagree here. We are individuals at the end of the day. We're not going to completely agree 100% on everything. That's what makes us individuals. So you got to give people that room to, form their own opinions about stuff. I feel like the culture now is people can't wait to say, like, Oh, I don't agree with this. Unfollow. I don't like this. Unfollow. Or they make it a point to be like, I don't agree with your takes on this, but I like this here. You ain't even got to say all that. Just say I like this here. You don't even have to throw in the other stuff because we're not going to agree 100% on everything, and that goes down to every single person you know, family, your significant other. We got different favorite movies. We got different tastes, food and art, social stuff, man. You know, it's cool to be different. It's cool to have different opinions, man. Stop shredding people down just because they don't agree with you. And also, too, man, I'm not a fan of passive aggressiveness. I'm not a fan. I don't really do that. I don't really dwell in those spaces. On a person to person tip, I don't like passive aggressive shit. You know, the shit that, you know, be blessed. Enjoy your night. I wish you the best. I'll be like, nah, man. In the middle of heat, and you say stuff like that, I don't like that. Say where you at for real. Cause I'll be like, man, nah, man, I'm not fucking with you right now. I'm not feeling you right now. Fuck peace. Fuck that. Nah, man, because I'm gonna let you know. I'm not gonna give you the fake, insincere, be blessed. Enjoy your day. I'm like, fuck your day. In the heat of it. If I'm heated, there are some people who are just like, you know what? All right, I'm done. You just leave it at that. But if I'm like heated, I'm not gonna be like, God bless. Nah, I'm be like, man, fuck you, man. I'm kind of almost like Mike Tyson in the sense where, remember that interview or that clip where Mike Tyson was getting interviewed and the dude brought up the rape case. And then Tyson was just like, nah, man, you a piece of shit, man. He was just saying this all on air. He's like, man, you a piece of shit for that, man. And then he tried to change up the question and like, all right, man, you have a great day. Man, fuck you, man. And that's how he ended. And I was just like, that's the kind of vibe I'm on. I might not say straight up fuck you, but I'm not going to give you the nice language to mask that I'm not feeling you right now. You know what I mean? I'm not going to give you to be blessed and take care of yourself and have a good day. Enjoy your night. I'm not going to do that. I'm like, fuck your day, fuck your night right now. I mean, we could get to an understanding later on, but in the heat, I'm talking about in the heat of the one-on-one, in the heat of battle, in the heat of the moment, I'm not going to give you no fake passive aggression where it's just like, God bless. Nah, man, I ain't talking to God about you right now. I'm not looking out for you right now. I'm not praying for you in this moment. Fuck you, man. I'm not going to fake the funk, man. And then there's some people out here that are very toxic, very negative, very like antagonistic, and they try to sit here and act like they're all about peace. I don't do beef. You ever see those people like, I don't do beef like that, but they always talking shit about somebody. I don't do beef, but you sitting here talking shit about people and you know they're going to feel a certain way and they might come back at you. Now you want to say, I don't do beef. You're doing something wrong. You're doing something that hits people the wrong way. Personally. It's not an example of somebody talking about like a large group of people, but not getting to the specific person. It's just like, you know, people that call me or people that don't put the shopping carts back. That's a very broad, if you fall under that umbrella, cool, but I'm still not attacking you personally, but it's just if the shoe fits type of vibe. But those people that be like, you know, because such and such album is whack, and you know this movie was whack, and he was just dumb for doing that. And then when they fire back, or they get in their feelings, or they feel, you know, assaulted, they be like, "Hey man," they be like, "Hey, I don't do beef. I come in peace and love." But you just talk shit about that person. I don't like that either. Because if you was really about peace and love, you would either keep your mouth shut if you ain't had nothing nice to say, or you would find a way to talk in peace and love. Because peace and love is also an action. It's also an action. So if you really about that peace and love life, learn how to speak in that language. And a lot of people that claim to be about that, I don't do beef, but look at all the shit you talked. What do you consider beef? So I just be peeping that. I'd be like, man, watch out, man. You ain't as peaceful and as loving as you claim. I see what you're doing, man. You're always talking that shit about somebody. Now you don't, because I don't get into that myself, but you was just into it. Mm-hmm. Ooh. But yeah, so anyway, y'all. Let me dip into these patron saint streets. See what y'all talking about. See what y'all talking about. Have the day you deserve. I like that. Have the day you deserve. Beef is when you're scared to go to sleep. I see you with the notorious big bars. Not gonna be fake, but I will be like, gotta go before I do something I'm not proud of. I respect that, East Shore Sax. I respect the hell out of that. Miranda Cummings, Saquon has my nephew that passed away football number, so fly, Eagles fly. Oh, I'm sorry for your loss. Shift was like the announcing of the unfollow always makes me laugh. Man, it's always funny. Analog Future wants to know my top 10 80s sitcoms. Now you put me on the spot by making me name 10 sitcoms from the 80s. So I'ma just dig into, all right, hold on. I don't want to be no punk and punk out on this question. So what I'm gonna do is look up 80s sitcoms, and I'm gonna dig out 10 of my favorites. 80s sitcoms. Okay, we got Growing Pains. We got A Different World. We got Full House. We got Family Matters. We got Married with Children, Roseanne, The Cosby Show, Who's the Boss, 227, Family Ties, Cheers, Perfect Strangers, The Wonder Years, Mama's Family, Saved by the Bell, Silver Spoons, The Golden Girls, Designing Women, My Two Dads, Coach, Night Court, Punky Brewster, Webster, Alf, Seinfeld. Seinfeld? What started? Well, hold on. What's Seinfeld doing here? Seinfeld started in '89. Well, okay, if Seinfeld technically started in the '80s, Seinfeld is in there. I don't consider it. It's definitely not late '90s, not at all. I don't consider Seinfeld an '80s sitcom, but since it started in '89, Seinfeld is my favorite sitcom of all time. So I would have to have Seinfeld in there. And this is any order. I'm not putting it in order. I'm just giving you probably the top 10. Seinfeld, The Cosby Show, Married with Children, I used to watch The Golden Girls is in there. I used to love Night Court. Head of the Class was good too. There were some good shows in the 80s. Okay, so that's 4. I'm going to give you A Different World. I used to love Full House, but I kind of outgrew Full House. But in the moment of the 80s, I used to love Full House. I used to love Perfect Strangers. I used to love Family Matters. So I got 5 so far. Night Court, I'm putting in there. What else is up in here? So I got 6 so far. Oh, I remember Desmond's. So I got 680 shows so far. So I'm going to throw in Family Matters at 7. I'm going to throw in The Wonder Years. That's 8. I'm going to throw in Growing Pains might make the cut. I used to love Growing Pains. Perfect Strangers. I'm going to throw Perfect Strangers in there. That's 9. And I'm going to do Who's Squeezing. I used to love Webster. Alf was a good time too. Doogie Howser. Moonlighting. I used to love Moonlighting too. And finally, I'm going to throw in... Wait, let me check the counting. Three's Company was the 70s. Let me throw in a new count. So, A Different World, Family Matters, Married with Children, Cosby Show, Perfect Strangers, The Wonder Years, Seinfeld, The Golden Girls, Night Court. I'm gonna throw in Full House. I'm gonna put Full House in there. Because at the time, Full House was must see for me at the time. That was must see. So yeah. Now there are some shows from the 70s that spilled over into the 80s, but I'm not including those. I'm including the shows that started in the 80s. So that's my 10. Oh, Mr. Belvedere was dope. I like Mr. Belvedere. Yeah, so that's my 10. That's my 10 right there. Anyway, man, let me get the hell up out of here, man. I appreciate y'all for being here. Appreciate y'all for listening, caring, building, in here, talking, loving one another, grabbing, talking, sharing, building. I love it, man. I appreciate all the support Verbal Cardio gets. I want to thank y'all and thank you for tuning in to another session of that Verbal Cardio.